The Aurora recently named one of the most diverse places in the country.
And the study ended up ranking the western suburbs as the 14th most diverse city in the entire country.
Cultural diversity was one, religious diversity another. So when you look at our cultural diversity, we're watching the growth of cultures across the board. The growth in our Latino population, the growth in our South Asian and Indian population. We still have this stronghold of our Black population that's been here since right after the Civil War. But for us, it's bigger than just diversity. It's how do we take that diversity and bring it into inclusion and make certain that people have a voice? And can people see themselves in the Aurora story?
That's the kind of inclusivity a group of high school students in Aurora is dedicated to creating. Terrell Brown met up with them for a conversation about race and their hopes for the future.
Leaving it to you guys, how do we fix this?
I learned that for a lot of people, it's not that they don't want to learn about other people, is that they don't know how to.
It really comes down to tolerance, like, not seeing color, see the color, embrace it.
But we're all unique, we're all equal.
We are serious about diversity, and we are even more serious about inclusion and belonging.
One suburban community made history this Mexican Independence Day. Aurora held its first ever Mexican flag-raising ceremony. Organizers hoisted the flag during an event kicking off Hispanic Heritage Month.
Aurora marked Black History Month with a virtual conversation last night about the journey of Black trailblazers.
Well, the city of Aurora closing Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month by hosting a mass ribbon cutting.
3, 2, 1.
Saturday's event celebrated the opening of 8 new Asian-owned businesses at the Pacifica Square Shopping Center.
Aurora kicks off National Black Business Month with a brand new Black-owned store.
Welcome to Kalarjian Kids.
City leaders helped cut the ribbon at Fox Valley Mall's newest children's clothing store, Kalarjian Kids. It's the second Black-owned business at the mall, including Righteous Kicks, which opened during the pandemic.
We seen an opening and a time to do it, so we just took advantage of it.
The store opening marks the 7th Black-owned business in Aurora to open this year.
We, as an administration here with Mayor Irvin, really work with our cultural groups and our religious groups to make certain that they have a voice at the table.
The religious holiday was celebrated in Aurora with adjustments because of the pandemic. Mayor Richard Irving joining Imam Rizwan Ali and Aurora area Muslims for a drive-in eat salad at the Fox Valley Mall this morning.
So this opportunity that we have been given through the city of Aurora means a lot.
How do we make certain that people have they're part of the story? And we watched it this last year when we saw this racial reckoning throughout the globe. Right here in Aurora, we brought individuals to the table under our Change Initiative, the community helping Aurora's necessary growth and empowerment, and we brought about different measures of police reform based on what the community said, from body cameras to a civilian review board.
Aurora's new civilian police board is holding its first meeting today. 9 Aurora residents are part of the board. They were sworn in during the meeting. The board will investigate complaints against police and look over policies. It will also be in charge of trying to improve relations between police and the public.
Aurora took a big step today, bridging the gap between police and the community. The city hosted a virtual town hall with the mayor, Black police officers, and the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives. The group addressing the recruitment of minority officers, the importance of mentoring and community policing.
We have to take that extra step to have those difficult conversations with them.
And in public safety, we have made tremendous strides in making Aurora secure, safe, and strong in the face of some of the most pressing challenges our community has ever seen. We faced a global period of racial reckoning that brought both protests to our city and progress in the way of community helping Aurora's necessary growth and empowerment, the Change Initiative. We took on a pandemic that continues to grip countries, states, and cities throughout the world, and work collectively to provide for Aurorans in many much-needed ways.
We are dealing with a deadly pandemic, and the Black and brown and poor communities of America are suffering the burden at a higher rate. Inequities of vaccination distribution are a sad reality in America, and right here in Aurora.
Governor Pritzker will be in suburban Aurora in the morning for the opening of a mass vaccination clinic focusing on equity.
In the past 3 weeks, they've had clinics for the Black community, Latinx community. Today, shots will be given to those with physical and mental disabilities.
So we launched Black Vax Aurora, Latin Vax Aurora, Indian Vax Aurora, working with our cultural groups, our churches, our temples, our mosques, our Black, brown businesses to make certain that we had a direct focus into those communities to make sure that we increased vaccine equity. And
we want to thank you for talking with us
well
this
said.
morning, and you have sold us on the city of Aurora. You guys did a great job out there, being one of the most diverse places in America. You're doing something right, obviously.